continue to push these questions up till you get an answer. This is not the Christian church, you understand? We're not affiliated with anyone. We don't shoot from the hip. You understand? We don't shoot from the hip. We're going to tell the truth according to our studies and the men that are above us. You understand? So with that being said, like I have a topic, but just if a brother got anything that they seen or want to, go into before Cap get in here, we can get into it. But I want to go into I don't see nothing as of yet. I want to go into courage. What does the word courage mean? How do you define courage? Anybody?
So like the other one, if I may.
Come on, brother, please.
Is that is courage when you have the will to fight through something regardless of the circumstances?
Mm-hmm. Let's simplify. What's a good way of saying it so everybody can understand it? Like you're fighting through something. I would say something like against all odds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you say the odds of something, you also that identifies that there's going to be a struggle in place. When you talk about having the courage as so-called Black Hispanics, Native Indians, in this day and age, this is something that we must have. And throughout the scriptures, the men that came before us and the sisters that came before us, their names are forever remembered because of the courage that they've shown throughout in their task or the mission. You understand? That's in this Bible. I want to go into like we said courage, right? And I'm gonna use this oppressor. Now, this is the story. I looked deeper into it, and it didn't necessarily happen. But I want to kind of go into it because I think hearing stories or hearing something, what you call it, embellishment of a story helps to do what? It helps encourage our brothers and sisters, right? Well, the oppressor has stories or things that happen in his history that helps boost their, embellish their morale. You understand? It helps them kind of come together, if that makes sense what I'm saying, Michael Ward. You picking up down? There's a man. There's an oppressor. He's known for the midnight ride. You ever heard of that? You never heard of the midnight ride? Come on, Bunky.
So, like, if I may, I believe you're speaking of Paul Revere.
His name was Paul Revere. You never heard of it? So I don't know if you can pull it up real quick, Bunky, y'all, or Michael Ward. You can pull it up, and I'm only bringing this story up because this story is just used to, to garner courage in the oppressor. Right. And I want to show you the benefits of the things that they do. And I'm going to show you that the Most High is with us. All right. Somebody look up Paul Revere for me. You want me? Let me see. You got it already?
I have the pertaining specifically to the midnight ride.
Okay. Let me hear what you have.
Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's Paul Revere's Ride is a famous narrative poem from 1860 that immortalized Paul Revere's 1775 midnight ride to warn colonists of approaching British troops.
All right, stop. You said what is the word they use?
Immortalized.
Immortalized. Forever. Going down in white history.
Okay.
Immortalized. So let's hear that gave him this more immorality, if I may. Go ahead.
Using the iconic signal of 1 if by land, 2 if by sea from the Old North Church. While not entirely historically accurate, the poem published during the Civil War aimed to inspire patriotism by turning Revere into a national hero and emphasizing the theme of ordinary citizens rising to defend their country.
Just say that real slow. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that part right there. It did what? What was that sentence that you just read?
Okay. The poem published during the Civil War aimed to inspire patriotism.
Aimed to do what?
To inspire patriotism.
So this was something that was specifically done, right?
Okay.
Aimed to inspire patriotism. Go ahead.
By turning Revere into a national hero and emphasizing the theme of ordinary citizens.
To do what? How many? What citizens?
Ordinary citizens.
Ordinary citizens. Come on.
Rising to defend their country.
Now, that's what that what the oppressor did when you say immortalize him, right? It turned ordinary people who would, on the contrary, may not have the idea of building up their nation. You understand?
Okay.
They were just ordinary, meaning maybe they weren't trained to fight. Maybe they was afraid. Maybe they were concerned with the affairs that they had going on. But this gave them a morale booster, right? Of ordinary citizens, right? Read on.
Like kind of It ends at that portion, though it does go into a couple key aspects of the poem.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to speed it up so we can bottle it all up so that we can kind of move forward in the class. Okay, he was known, quote unquote. It was just a poem though, Bunk, y'all. Come to find out, this thing never really happened at all. Come to find out that he couldn't have went throughout the city saying the British are coming, the British are coming. Yeah, the Red Coast, because they was already occupied by the British, if that makes sense. This was so-called a secret operation, but it did one thing. And what do you think it did, Magawar? Because you just read it. What did it do?
Riled the people up.
Mm-hmm. It gave them a sense of fight.
Okay.
You want to turn that on for them? Oh, Salaki. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing is known throughout history, and they teach this thing in the school. They teach all the time, the British are coming, the British are coming. You ever heard of that, Quadon? You never heard of that? Come on, what you got?
Salakia, sir, you're absolutely right. You know, they teach this in school. This is some of the first lessons that you learn in grade school. Is about this folklore. You know, the oppressor is known for his, we call him the devil because of his lies.
Right.
And to come to find out, this didn't actually, it's not factual the way that it's told, Salakia.
Right.
Just like everything else.
Huh? The British are coming. It's called The Midnight Ride by Paul Revere. It's a story about Paul Revere. Supposed to have been this young devil that jumped on the horse when he seen the redcoats coming or the British approaching. You never heard that in school? But for Americans, right? For the oppressor, he hears this story and he thinks, oh, revolutionary. We fought for something. You understand? But what do our revolutionary heroes look like? They look at us as being, they give us the idea we have to be turned over to another nation of people. While Paul Revere was fighting against his captors or the people that was trying to occupy them. You understand? And that garnered the morality and the morale of the people to fight against the thing that was trying to control them. You understand what I'm saying? So the oppressor has his heroes. He has his folklore. He has his stories. He got everything in Mount Rushmore. You understand? The greatest 5 presidents. The Capitol Hill. The branches of government. Yeah. Military, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, executive branch of, legislative branch, judicial branch. All these things, guess what we do? We look at it like, oh man, that's so great. You see why it's hard for us to really find a place in this empire? Because this is not our rest. You open up the Bible, you start realizing that, wait a minute, they destroyed our home. They destroyed our temples. They carried away all the holy things and they lock them away. They lock away our history. And to Kodam, I wasn't a young man when the Lord allowed me to hear this truth. You understand what I'm saying? But I go to school to learn about who? Paul Revere and his goddamn conquests. The British are coming. But when we cry loud on the streets and say that the oppressor is here, what they tell us to do, Bunky, y'all? Get a job. Pull your pants up. Are we not under the same type of attack that they look at Paul Revere being a revolutionary for? As Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, are we not under attack? Have we not seen throughout history what has happened to our forefathers and our foremothers, our great-grandparents? Have we not seen them go through the struggles and the stripes in America, in this empire? All the other nations outside of this, the North and South America, Salakia. But when we cry loud on the streets, well, hey, they don't want us to speak on these things. They want us to bring it down. They want us to keep it quiet, Margaret Ward. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if we understand the courage that the men in the I.S.U.P.K really have, brother, we could do what? We can inspire millions. That's why they have to minimize everything that we do. That's why instead of your talk show or instead of our classes getting 200,000 views per show, they may give us 5. They may give us 5, Margaret Ward.
Okay.
Because they know if we ever get over 5,000, brother, you know how many lives we could change? So they try to stifle our growth in teaching this truth, but they don't know that the Most High is with us. That's why they have to hide this truth, Akwatian. That's why the police officers pursue us the way they sue us, chase after us, Kodam. I want to read this story real quick before Cap come in here. It's not the Paul Revere story, but I want to talk about the courage that you must have when you come to do the work of the Lord. You understand? This is not an easy job. It's not an easy job for the brothers or the sisters. You understand? This is a sacrifice. A sister, she may want to go out to eat, go to the movies and watch RoboCop 16 and eat popcorn with butter. You know what I'm saying? And salt. But baby, I got camp. You understand? She may want to go to the Bahamas. She may want to go on a vacation. Yeah. But those things, they'll come. But we have to encourage each other in this moment. Because if you turn on the news, it leave you heartbroken, man. You understand? You open up, you begin to read the newspaper, it'll leave you heartbroken. You turn on this phone on the internet, it leaves you heartbroken. Where I used to look at World Star Hip Hop, and it got so damn negative. Every time you turn on, it was somebody fighting, somebody cheating, somebody stealing, somebody got shot. And then I started going past the World Star Hip Hop. Then I went to the World Star Babes, whatever, the World Star Girls. And then I realized that ain't Tawab either. I said, damn. You see what I'm saying? It's a double trap, if I may. Cause now I'm looking past the violence, and now I'm looking at sisters as being just another piece of meat. That's how they do us. Either they gonna engulf you in the violence, you understand, and all the trauma that we face, or either turn our women into whores, turn the boys into whores, turn them into harlots. Salakia. With that being said, let me get the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 26. The book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 26. Salakia. I know that was a long ass intro, but I just thought that kind of if you listening to the class, you'd be like, why the hell is Zion going into this? The Most High, I'm reading the scripture and I'm like, damn, this is something that can be used to encourage a brother, to encourage a sister against all what, Michael War?
Salaki, the other one. What was the question?
Against all what? Against all odds. Against all odds. Okay.
Come.
All right. Who got it for me?
Come
on.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land.
Right. Now, do you know what's going on right here? You ever read this before?
Salaki, I think this is when Joshua had went to, I guess, check out the land with a few of the brothers, came back in with the story of at least what was going on in the land of Canaan.
Now you're a soldier. I want to put you in a soldier combat mindset. Do you know what a soldier would call this?
I can't really think of the word for it, but I don't want to say like spying, but they pretty much
okay.
They're kind of checking out, surveying.
I would call it a spy, or are you doing a recon? Okay. All right. Keep reading. Verse 27.
Verse 27. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it.
Now let me ask you a question. If I sent you out to a recon and you found this and you brought this back to me, this sound like something. This sound like a land that is worth what?
Worth having, worth living on.
Yeah, that Most High in Christ. This is a land that is worth fighting for. You understand? This is a land worth, you know what I'm saying, worth going all out to really, you know what I'm saying, to really check it out. This is a like you said, something that's a good recon. Sound like something that's worth fighting for. Okay, read verse 28.
Verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land.
Nevertheless, what?
Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land. And the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there.
Now, what just happened?
They just found out that they have some people that they have to fight against in order to take the land.
So first, you had a reason to fight, right? A reason to have courage, right? And then once in verse 28, now I have a reason to do what? Doubt the fact that you have what?
A reason to fight, or
yeah. Now I just brought your courage down. I just discouraged you. If that makes sense. Oftentimes, every time when you learn this truth out, you're gonna learn this truth. You're like, man, now I got something to fight for. Now I have something to live for. You're gonna say, I mean, I found this truth. This is a place that is filled with brotherhood and sisterhood, and you're gonna be inspired. You're gonna be like, yeah. But then guess what happened though? In the process of you saying I'm gonna do this, here comes Satan creeping in, giving you a word to do what? Discourage you. You understand what I'm saying? It's giving you a reason to do what? Stop. Giving you a reason to come up with an excuse. That's what this place is. That's what America is in this empire. You hear brothers speak on you can't say you never heard of the I.S.U.P.K. and Commander Jenny Hunter. You hear Commander Jenny Hunter speak, he'll have you ready to walk through a goddamn wall out. I promise you. He'd be ready to, jump in a fire with gasoline draws on. Just being there cooking. Like, damn, shit, That's Commander Jenny Hunter. But guess what the oppressor shows you? This is a hate group. And then what the oppressor will show you? What's the name of the thing, Bunk, y'all? APLC, SPLC. Yeah, that's the reason. If you read that and you read I.S.U.P.K, that's the reason. That's going to create what? A sense of doubt. Right? But once we come to find out the SPLC, we find out how dirty they were, Quadon. They were trying to create doubt in our brothers and sisters coming together, but we found out why. Because they was funding the KKK. They was funding all type of militia groups, Aryan Nation, skinheads. That's why we say the prayer. All the things that are done in private that we don't know anything about. And they are all done in private to do what? Discourage us. All right? Read on my.
Salakia the one, if I may.
Yeah, please.
I had recently, earlier today, had seen, I think when we had a Passover in Raleigh at the convention center, Commander General YAHANNA was speaking, pretty much doing like a promo for the Passover. And I seen that the news crew had actually interviewed a rabbi, didn't interview Commanding General YAHANNA, and they did exactly what you said. They compared us to the KKK, and they called us a hate group, which was just absurd.
Right. So you gotta have courage and not be disencouraged by what we see from day to day. So we just read the first 2 chapters and the things they should be encouraged by finding the land that is flowing with what? Milk and honey. Now and that's why I said, nevertheless, they're strong people and they got great walls. Those giving that report, if you're not strong enough, if you don't have the courage to overcome the what? The odds, it may make you change your mind about what you could have. Read verse 29.
Okay. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan.
Read on.
Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once.
He said what?
Let us go up at once.
He said, nah, I don't know about that. He just gave me a long list of people that we may have to come up against. The Amalekites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, all of them, man. The Canaanites, one on this side, one on that side, one in the rear. You like, man, I don't know about that. But what did Caleb say again?
Let us go up at once.
Was Caleb disencouraged?
La.
That's the spirit you have to have. That's the spirit that we have to reinvigorate in black people, Hispanic and Native Indian. Did I say that word right? Invigorate. Did I say it right? Am I using it right? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to extend my vocabulary. Come on, Quadon.
Salaki, sir, if I may, what's so heavy about this script, this verse right here too, when it says Caleb stilled the people, they were like, they were talking amongst each other. Right. After they heard that, it's like it was so much talking. And Caleb had a spirit of war, like, nah, we about to go fight these people, man. Yeah. You understand? So that's heavy, just bringing this out, sir. Salaki.
That what would happen, Quadon. You were being disencouraged. If I gave you hey man, they're gonna have Rambo and John Cena and whoever Hogan. You put a whole bunch of doubt comes in your mind. Yeah. Well, you think about the figure 4 headlock, all those would be reason for you to what? Stop. But Commander General YAHANNA say, shh, it ain't even real. It's not even real, Hogan wish they could be strong like you. John Cena wish they could be strong like you. Why? Because if you look at their careers, I'm just using this as a wrestling to show how strong we are. With all the other nations emulate what we do. Where you think Ric Flair got out of that? Woo! Where he get it from? Got it from us. That whole thing. Oh, brother. Brother? Who? What the hell are you talking about, Rambo. I think Rambo was the story of a black man, if I'm not mistaken. See, the oppressor would tell you about Paul Revere in the Midnight Ride. But you know but when you hear about Commander Jenny Hunter, you doubt Commander Jenny Hunter. You hear about Captain Nayathaq, you doubt Captain Nayathaq. You hear about Bunker y'all, you be like, man, you're looking for a reason. That's why the scripture say, Caleb said, steal them. Shh, stop all that noise. Pay attention. Read verse 31.
Okay. Verse 31. But the man that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we.
Now, what is this introducing? Another form of what?
Doubt.
But what should go through our mind is the Most High is with us to go against all what?
Odds.
Most High in Christ. You picking up what I'm putting down. Read verse 32. Let's go.
And they brought up an evil report of the land.
They did what?
They brought an evil report of the land. Oh, Salakia.
It's Salakia. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Banyamyan. Y'all clap it up.
Oh, you do not, Kim.
We to our Cap. What's that there?
I did. You know what I mean? Keeping my ears close to the news. You know what I mean? Listening to some of these interviews that don't want to give the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Big ups for all the, you know what I mean, hard work Commander YAHANNA been putting in, all the generals been putting in. You understand? All right. Now, where we at right now?
We're at Numbers chapter 13 and verse 31.
Somebody has a particular question on it?
Sir, we're just going to the process of Caleb them having courage to come up against all odds when they went into the promised land.
Oh, meaning the courage to come up against their own people.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what I mean? That's something, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to have. You know what I mean? And give me where the Lord say he will make your forehead harder than their forehead. I think it says something like flint or something like that in the Old Testament. You all know what I'm talking about?
So you're talking about in Ezekiel?
You read it, let me hear it.
Slack just a second.
Again?
I think it's Ezekiel 3 and 8. It says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
That's it. The Lord is saying what? Telling Ezekiel what?
Say, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
He made his face strong against what? Their faces. Meaning what?
So like it, sir, if I may, like he's standing up against adversity.
Yeah, meaning, okay, yes, but it's more, think at camp. What happens at camp?
So like it, sir, we get so many scoffers, scorners, yeah, and we still gonna stand and do this work no matter who comes up against us.
Okay, but you read that part over one more time. Yeah, Ezekiel what?
3 and 8, sir.
Ezekiel 3 and 8, right?
Sir.
So hold on, let me get with you. Ezekiel 3, verse 8.
If I could start at verse 7, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Go ahead.
That's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
Hold on. No, brother. You got to start all the way up to 4. Black.
Okay, all right, sir. I got you.
Yeah.
This is a book of
So
Ezekiel chapter.
brothers and them, you get the context.
Kind
You
of
understand? Brothers and sisters get the context. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 4. And he said
Mhm.
unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them.
You understand? He telling Ezekiel to what? To go speak what?
To the children of Israel, sir.
Yeah, to the blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling Ezekiel to go do it. You understand? The Commander General YAHANNA commanded us to what? To go on the streets and teach blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
Verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of strange speech.
Hold on. He's saying you're not sent to a people of what?
Of strange speech.
What does that mean?
So, like, sir, if I'm not mistaken, there's a precept that it says that is a nation of language we would not understand. Would that be what it's talking about?
No, read it one more time.
It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
So you say you are not sent to a people of a strange speech. Meaning what? That these people what?
So, like, sir, they speak out against they speak out against the truth.
No. Stick with me right here. Who behind the computer?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Slack yourself, I mean.
1 minute, Akashka. Taba one there. Dog Boss 1718. We do have a class in Florida. Right? The brother's gonna put it in the chat. Give me 1 minute, Akim.
Come on, Con. Put it right here. Just put the Florida contact right here, so the brother have the number to reach out. Come, yeah, come.
You hear me? Testing.
Come on, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
Come on, sir.
Testing. Can you all hear me?
Come. We can hear you, sir, loud and clear.
Akim, you okay hear me?
Come.
Check. Can you hear us, sir?
What's the number? Don? Yeah. 904. And that bitch skipping all over. Bunky, I'll take that number to FLA school. That bitch skipping all over. Salaki, y'all just hold tight till Cap come back in.
Can you all hear me?
Cut on one cut. We can
You can hear me now?
Okay.
cut on one cut.
Okay. Salaki. All right. All right, Akim. Kudam, we don't read it.
So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech
Mm-hmm.
and of an hard language.
Okay, so that part right there, when you say you're not sent to a people of a strange speech, what does that mean? Go ahead, Akashka. I think he was going to answer it.
Answer. Does that mean that he's sending to people who have the same speech? So
That's it.
Cancer.
Yeah. You say I send it to people of a strange speech, of a strange language, right? Which means what? These people speak his what? His language. Right? Read on.
Kind out of a kind. But to the house of Israel.
But to the what?
To the house of Israel.
Meaning what? You speak Hebrew? So I'm sending it to the Israelites who speak what? Hebrew also too. You understand? Read on.
Kawakan, verse 6. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand.
Mm-hmm.
Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Good
Who's the them?
Salagi, sir, these would be the other nations.
Yeah. He telling Ezekiel, if I send you onto Moab, or onto onto the oppressor, or onto them Africans,
Right.
they would have already hear you. You can imagine, brother, you go to the streets of America and tell black people they're the best people on the face of the earth. They are the salt of the earth. You understand? They're stronger, you know what I mean? They're the strongest people on the earth. They're the best people on the earth. And they have a problem with that.
Right.
You know, if we had go and say, yo, Mr. White Man, you're the best man on the planet. What you would have what white people gathering and saying thank you. Do you want to kiss my boots? You know, white people telling you that. You want to serve me? It would have been switched on us.
Right. Come on.
But you go to what? Your own people. And this is what you have to understand when you go to your people. You understand? This is something you have to understand. Or you will make a dreaded mistake. You understand? You make a dreaded mistake. You know what I mean? A mistake you will regret. Read.
Count out of one concert. Verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Because he said what? He went hearken unto who?
So like I said, the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
Who is it thee?
Ezekiel here, sir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
For they will not hearken unto me.
That's why it's so stupid to say I'm not following man.
Right.
It's stupid. Why are you following a man? Well, if you ain't following Ezekiel, guess what? You wasn't hearkening on to who?
The Most High.
Yeah. And Ezekiel is a what?
Man.
Yes, a man of God.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He ain't just a regular man. He was a man of God. You understand? He was a prophet of the Lord. So if you're not hearkening on to Ezekiel, then the Lord say what? Well, for sure you ain't gonna listen to me. You understand? And that's a big cop-out women do in the Christian church. I ain't listening to no man. Jesus Christ is my man. We know why Jesus Christ is your man. We know why you're willing to share Jesus Christ. Because he's a figment of your imagination. You understand? He ain't there, flesh and blood, in front of you, sitting down, telling you, don't wear a dress to go to church. Matter of fact, don't go to church. Don't do it. You understand? Christ not there to tell you, shut your mouth. You understand? Christ not there to correct you. Come on.
It would be another excuse for them not to listen to a preaching prophet of the Lord, a man of God.
Yes. That's why they say that.
Yeah.
But in the Bible, it shows you the Lord pick a man that you are going to have to do what?
Follow. Again. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. For sure. You right too, dog boss. They do listen to that Christian pastor though. You sure right. They've been there sowing $1,000 seeds, Bunky, y'all.
1,000 plus 1,000.
1,000 plus 1,000. Ain't that what he told her? 1,000 plus 1,000. What's the other one? He said, shut the doors. Close the doors. Ain't that what he was asking for? Close the doors. Brother, you hit the nail on the head with that one. They do listen to the Christian pastor.
What he said, $20 for the whole congregation?
Yep.
Everybody in the congregation?
Y'all hold tight. I think we're experiencing some technical difficulties today. Y'all bear with us, Baba Kushar. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Put them in the chat. Cap will get to them. We'll answer them. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like and share, Baba Kushar. Hold tight. Bro, I said, get that husband's head. Get out of pasta, macaroni and cheese. You can't see that? Mm-mm. That's us. Mm-hmm. Check. Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Y'all give it a second. Cap gonna come right back in, but I want to start with, you know what I'm saying, what he said. I want to start at verse 6 again, Kodam. I thought that was so heavy.
Count on one concept. There's a book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Not too many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand.
Right. So what Akashka said, like, you send it to your people. Like, this not something that's foreign. You understand? I'm sending you out to somebody who's going to understand what you're saying. You understand? This should be something that's what? Yeah. Do what? Easy. You know what I'm saying? This should be something that just, this just fall right in place. Right? Go ahead, Quadon.
Surely had I sent thee to them,
Mm-hmm.
they would have hearkened unto thee.
But if I would have sent them to the ones that didn't understand, but they would have figured it out. They would have found a way to do listen. You understand what I'm saying? That's the other nations. That's how they can play like they're us. You know what I'm saying? They playing like they're us, but they not us side. Read on.
Verse 7. But the house of Israel,
but
the house of Israel,
the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, go ahead,
will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
What is it? Now give me another way of saying this.
So like it, sir, with what the Most High is saying, which is so heavy, he's saying that, Ezekiel was sent by the Most High. So it's not them that they're not listening to. It's the one that sent them.
Yeah. Not only was he sent them in some and talking to them in a way that they can understand. It wasn't nothing strange to them.
Right.
But they didn't just reject Ezekiel. They also rejected who? Yeah. When we out on the streets and we telling our people put down the drugs and the alcohol from overindulging. You know what I'm saying? Anything that has you turn away from the Lord, we asking our people to stop doing those things. So when we go out on the streets, we go out. We these are not our words. We're going out using the words of the Bible. So when they reject us, Quadon, they just not rejecting Quadon.
Right.
Who they rejecting?
The Most High, sir.
But when something happened because they are rejecting what the Most High is saying, who they call on?
The Lord.
You see the problem? You see what happened? You reject us because I'm talking to you plain, but you think the Lord is supposed to come to you in a burning bush. That's what you looking for. You looking for the sign because of what the Christian pastor done said, because of what the other nations done told you what they think the Most High is. You looking for a white man to come down and be your savior. So there's no way if I'm talking to you, you're like, man, they gonna know that. Hold on, Bunky, hand me this right here. Come on, this side. Hand me the. Yeah. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna see if this makes a difference with brothers. Now, what if I had a black face behind this picture here, and it say, "Niggas, you are the Lord's chosen." We will believe this shit, Salakia. This Michael, we'll listen to this. You are the Lord's chosen, Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. We'll listen to this, but when I get here, they're like, I don't know who he is. I don't know who that brother think he is.
Salakia.
Salakia. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class back over to Captain 13,000, Captain Nayathaq, Banyamyan. We good to go, Cap?
Yeah. Try to hold me down, man, but they ain't doing that. They're doing the proper way. Yeah. But go ahead. I think put on your reading, right?
Wakan, sir.
Go ahead.
Wakan is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Read on.
Wakan, for all the house of Israel are imputed and it's like you're hard-hearted.
So what does that mean?
So, like, sir, if I may, we know anytime a prophet comes to speak to the children of Israel, they always come in the Lord's name. So, the Lord is saying to Ezekiel, it's not that they're not listening to, it's me, the one that sent you, that they're not listening to, sir.
That's correct. But this last part you read here, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. What does that mean? What does impudent mean?
In the blue letter Bible, sir, the impudent means I don't want to use that. It's like
you got a bunk here. Impudent.
It says impudent means not showing due respect for another person. Impertinent.
Yeah. You say you're a priest and prophet of the Lord, right? Yeah, that laugh. You hear me laugh at you? You just some nigga from Fayetteville.
Right.
You ain't no prophet. You understand? Like you trying to give them proper counseling on, sex is marriage. Sex is what? Are you crazy? What church you have? How many members you have?
Mm-hmm.
And we gonna meet people who are just, what I mean, you'll go put a video up. I think Iraq sent me a video that you all did, and I read a couple comments on it. When you are watching the video and reading the comments, but it's like, are we looking at two different things?
Yeah.
Are we looking a black man talking to a young brother, trying to correct him or show him the right way? I mean, with the Bible, and just laugh, sarcasm. Something wrong. No, they are what? Impudent and what?
Hard-hearted.
Yeah, meaning they what? What's the street term for it? A hard-hearted person.
You're hard-headed.
You're hard-headed and you're what?
Stiff-necked.
Oh, yeah, stiff-necked and the old school way, what? You're stuck in your ways.
Common concept.
Yeah, you like me, right? You want to be with me? Well, you gotta like who I am. No, I don't. You don't have to settle for that act. You don't have to settle for that. If she wants to say how you met her, then let her be. You understand? Likewise, sisters. You understand? Like, we hard-headed. Like somebody coming to you and telling you, hey, the Lord give us certain things to eat, certain things not to eat. Nah, I eating anything. But you eating a human? No, now you're getting ridiculous. How I get ridiculous? A human is meat, right? Bless the meat and, eat it. Go ahead. Nah, you getting ridiculous. All right, no sweat. You'll eat a vulture. Now you see where you're going with this? You understand? Like now is to the point where you want to eat whatever you want to eat. To hell with the Lord. To hell with whoever coming to tell you about it. Now you want all the nutritional value, things you're gonna get from it. You want that? Okay, I'm gonna give it. Pork is not good for you. The meat is bad. Because you get high blood pressure. You might have to cut one of them limbs off. The doctor is going to tell you stop eating shellfish. You understand? The shellfish, the shrimp, is a cockroach of the ocean. What more you want me to tell you? You'll find a shrimp look like a cockroach, just in the water. Yeah, and then I saw a disgusting picture with some sister leaning up on some car with some crab legs. Because they like crabs so much. These days you got a young thing, you nigh on, if you didn't take her to lobster, you losing it that same day. You understand? That's how bad things become. Where we here now, we trying to tell black people they're gonna have to turn from their ways. They gotta do it. And that's why, you go and tell your uncle, your aunt, your cousin, your mother, your father, and they like, nah, this young nigga, I know, I put Pampers on this young nigga. He come and tell me about the Bible. You don't know the Bible. I teach you. I'm older than you. That's the type of answers you're gonna get. You're in my house. Stop disrespecting me. You're gonna tune down. You're gonna start getting answers like that. Why? Because they had hard. They're stiff-necked. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their face.
So now he's telling Ezekiel he's going to do what?
I have made thy face strong against thy faces, so like against their faces, and their foreheads strong against their foreheads.
You understand? Meaning what?
Salaki, sir. That he basically giving them everything that he needed to go and get, you know what I'm saying, to really to deal with the people in a way. You know what I mean? No matter what they do, he pretty much
Give him a little more. Remember, he telling you, he made you what? Your face what?
Hard.
We say hard against what? Harder than what?
Whatever they're gonna bring to you.
Harder than their faces. Meaning what? Is Ezekiel okay? What will make your face not hard against their face?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You agreeing with them?
Yes, meaning what? You doubting what you do. Meaning you're double-minded.
Come.
You are going to have to be like the Lord say you cannot eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster.
Come.
No. No, you cannot. That's why when you go on them streets, you better stand on business, even if it costs your life at camp. You understand? Even if it's cost your life, meaning what? The Lord say you can't eat pork. Nigga, I'm come back here and kill you. You cannot eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. God is against it. You gotta let them know. You know how much time I've been at camp and they done threaten Commander General or one of the generals about saying they're gonna go back and get this, that, the other. Say, nigga, go get it and make sure and aim straight. You know, you all like to spray all over the place and kill everybody else except the one you say you're going to unalive. You understand? That's making your face hard against their face.
Come.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Like the Lord is telling you how to deal with them, with your people. With black people, it ain't gonna be, you know what I mean, no hugs and kisses bringing us into the kingdom, man. It's going to be, yo, Negro, you had to wake up. It's almost like a jolt, like you had to speak some sense into them. It's going to have to be a shocker. No, the Lord hates the white man. The Lord said to separate from these nations. You can't butter it. You can't, you know what I mean, package it in some candy wrapper for black people. You're going to have to tell them it straight up. You understand? You want to live? Then you're going to have to do what the Lord said to do. Ain't no getting around it. You understand? Can't come through the back door. That's why the Bible say, what? Wide is the gate that leadeth to what?
Destruction.
To destruction. You had to find that what? That narrow path, that is, one west. I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. That narrow pathway. You understand? Where now, it ain't, you can't just say, you know what? I'm going to take a smoke break. No, a brother will be right there watching you saying what? You better out that shit. And if you don't do it, we're going to counsel. You understand? Let me straight and narrow. Go ask some of these black people, Hispanics, who heard about the U.P.K and decide to go join some other group because they want to hold on to some sin. And they know in the U.P.K, we don't have a what? Sinners. We don't. You understand? In here, man could have what? More than one woman. You know that, right? That don't mean you get a license now to go do what? To go play the big, you some Western gunslinger. You shooting off wherever you want to shoot off. Not in here, brother. Wherever you shoot, you're gonna hold. That's yours. The rest of your life. Wherever you break, it's yours. You're gonna keep it. You understand? Don't play that up in here. All right? Anymore? Yes. Dog boss. Yes. Holding them accountable. That's right. These other groups don't hold their members accountable. They don't. But in here, oh, you're gonna be held accountable. You understand?
So like
Yeah.
I think you said something about Flint in this chapter 2, didn't you?
Yeah, read on. You'll see.
Okay, this is verse 9. It says, as an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead.
And you understand? And that's where the Holy Spirit comes in with what? With giving you what? What does the Holy Spirit give you?
The word.
That vibe. That vibe. That vibe. The zeal. But what else does it give you? What else you need?
So
what do you need to do what you're doing? Come on. That's it. You need it. Fear is contagious, but you know what's contagious too? Courage.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That we was going with it earlier because we were talking about how you ever heard of the Midnight Ride with Paul Revere? How they used the when they were talking the British are coming. You ever heard that phrase in school? And they used that. It didn't really happen, but they used it. They used that tale to give the fighters the courage that they need to go against the redcoats. Like it inspired me, if I may, Salaki.
Yeah. You understand? Like we definitely had to understand that. To do what you're doing in here, you need what? You need courage. Confidence is good, brother.
Alan Wayne, right?
Yeah. But you need courage. You understand? Because the white man, he had confidence in his evil. Some of these politicians, they're confident to go stand up on a podium. You understand? And spew a ton of lies to you. But brother, what you doing? You need a whole lot of confidence. You understand? Yes. You need a whole lot of courage. That's why brothers, what's the first thing they tell you when they see you? They in the streets. Brothers who be in the streets, what they tell you? You're going to do what? Your cousin who in the street, he tell you what? You go talk that mess on the corner. What he say going to happen to you?
The oppressor going to get you, sir.
Going to get you? You're going to die. You understand? Ain't just getting you, ain't just slapping the cuffs in there. You are going to die on that corner for what you're saying. And the Lord say he made what? He made your face harder than what? Flint. You know what flint is, right? That material. Where's used flint for?
So I can say, is that a stone or something like that?
Yeah. Where's you? I think that's one of those stones where you click it together, you see sparks, you can use it to make fire.
Or you can sharpen a knife.
Yeah. You understand? It's hard. You understand? It's up there in the, in the strength when it comes to material. You understand? And he's telling you that he's going to make you what, read it?
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 9. As an adamant harder than flint have I made my forehead.
Read on.
Fear them not.
He's telling you what? Do not fear them. Be the biggest drug dealer in the corner. Do not what? Fear them. You understand? It could be a crowd. You know what I mean? What they call the Kentucky 8. Do not fear them. You understand? The brother's mission to Acuna. Do not fear the mark. Read on.
Kind out of one kind. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks.
Don't be
Though
dismayed by the long scar, you know what I mean, on the face. Or the grinding at the teeth. You know, like they can't come. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, this square up. Or you know what Judah like to do? When Judah start doing this, what I mean? When you're talking to Judah, and you're arguing with him, and he starts to do this, what does it mean?
They're ready to fight, otherwise.
Yeah, they're ready to fight. Well, brother, you gotta be. And let's get it on. You're trained for it. You're trained to defend yourself. Read on.
Count out of one kind, sir. It says, neither be dismayed at their looks.
Right? Don't get thrown off by their appearance. You understand? By the gesture. Don't get thrown off by that. Read on.
Though they be a rebellious house.
Though they be what? A rebellious house. The Lord know black people are. Who the best know black people but the Lord? You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I speak unto thee, receive in thine heart and hear with thine ears.
You understand? Like he trying to tell him to do what? What are you trying to tell Ezekiel?
So, like, sir, if I may, it's like he's more so telling him to understand what he's teaching him or telling him.
Yeah, please understand what I'm trying to receive and understand what I'm trying to get you to understand here. You understand? And remember what Moses did. Moses, with everything that he did, that one thing he did was try to take what? Credit. You understand? It's slightly a bit different on the topic, but it just shows you don't want to be the person who thinks what?
So like
come on.
You don't by yourself.
Don't what?
You don't want to be the person that thinking you're doing it by yourself without the Most High's help.
Well, that of course, but you don't want to be like saying, well, the 2/3 that you were going to die.
Okay, sir.
You don't want to be that. You understand? You remember what Paul said? Paul said, I wish what?
All Israel to be saved.
That all Israel could be saved. That's what he wished. So he went out and just did what?
I just teach.
Yes, meaning, and what we say in the Bible, he went out and just what? Fish. He just cast a net. And who hold on to it? He bring them in. He went out and fish. That's what you ought to go and do. You go fish. Brothers and sisters will come and say, well, you know what? Maybe if you didn't say it like this, maybe you will have people coming in. Maybe if you didn't do this, maybe if you said a man could only have one woman, maybe that might bring people in. Maybe if you allow us to eat some pork, or maybe if if you don't speak like that to everybody out there, maybe people will come in. No, hell no. I'll switch nothing up. You understand? Go on.
Kind out of one kind. It says in verse 11, and go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people.
Right. So he basically telling you to do what? Man, go get them. I know they're going to what? They're going to rebel. Remember what Moses had to put up with? Moses went up on the mountain to plead with the Lord. And he was coming back down to tell the people what the Lord said. And he was hearing what? They said Moses thought he was hearing them what? Striving. Them striving against each other. And when he came down, he realized they were doing what?
Serving other gods.
Yeah, they were fitting to serve another god. They built a golden calf. You know, it's just for you to tell people, yo, take your gold earring out. All the gold earring. Everybody. Meaning what? They want everybody to what? To invest.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Everybody had to put in to make this golden calf. You understand? And the Lord just what? What did the Lord just do for black people?
So like it certain delivered them out of abundance.
Well, yes, but you gotta give me a little more. To deliver them, how did he deliver them?
By destroying the enemy.
How? You're right, free them out of Egypt, but how?
So like, sir, by giving Moses the courage to come up against Pharaoh.
Yeah, you're right with what you're saying by trying to paint a picture for you. So black people, you will understand how hard-headed Negroes are going to be.
Come on, Carl.
What did they just witness?
The Most High being on their side.
You're right. Come on.
Yeah, they would have witnessed the Egyptians getting drowned in the sea after they came out.
That's what I'm talking about. Just imagine there was water where you walk in you see water on your left and on your right, and you walking on dry land. Then you witness the Egyptians coming behind you on chariots. And then Moses lift his rod up, put it down, water close back. Everybody drown. Like, that should do something to you, right? If you're normal. That should have been like, I don't ever want to disobey this Lord. But we did act. So the Mosai is trying to paint a picture in Ezekiel's mind what he has to go up against. You understand? Like, what we have to go up against is black people seeing what's taking place, seeing it. You will go talk to them and they will acknowledge, yes, this is happening. And then the solution is what? To segregate. Then it's, hold up now. Hold up. So you telling me, and okay, segregate is one thing. And then we can't have interracial marriage. Hold up. No, I can live separate from them. But you telling me I can't have a white woman? Slovakia. Well, I don't understand that. I don't see why that is the issue. I understand what he's doing here, but I don't understand why we have to do this. You understand? You're dealing with a hard-headed person. You're trying to show them you have to what? Not just separate or segregate. You can't even participate in a July 4th. You can't participate in Christmas. You can't do nothing these people are doing. You have to be totally separate from them. And our people are going to be like, that's too much. And I understand what you're saying. Slavery was in the past. I forgive them and such and such. And we have to battle that. You understand? You see what Captain Azariak doing to them. You understand? You see what he's doing to them. Turning the whole world upside down. But we dealing with people who are what? Who heads are harder. You understand? And we are going to have to be prepared to deal with these hard-headed Negroes. You know, be prepared. You understand? You know what I mean? And be just like Paul. Wish that all Israel could be saved. At the same time, you're going to be angry with them because they ain't going to what? They're going to want to what? They want to what? Rebel. They ain't want to listen to you.
They ain't going to want to listen.
Yeah, they don't want to listen. But that don't mean you stop teaching. That mean you teach more.
Yeah.
You understand? Stomp that whole belief system out. Stomp it out. You understand? Why? Because we not getting out of here without what? Just us alone. They had to come too. You understand? They have to come too. All right. Anything else on that? If not, I think we was I had got some ways into this here, right? Last week. You'll ever look up to see the progression, right, of Negroes in America going to jail? You'll ever look it up?
Say again, sir. You said the progression of Negroes going to jail?
Yeah. Since maybe since after that whole civil rights movement. Because the civil rights movement is what started what? What did the civil rights movement started? Hold on. Dog boss, you're right. With that part also too. I didn't see that. Yeah, all the marvels the Most High did with the plagues. Yes. You're right. Right? What did Martin Luther King that civil rights movement did to black people?
Flag you, sir.
Come on.
Integration.
Yes, what did it do to black people?
It hurt them.
Yeah. Hurt them how? Why? Because it hurt with businesses, of course. You heard the numbers that Commander Johanna and them generals bring out on the show. That number was ridiculous for them Asians. The amount of stores they have and the amount of revenue that come from those stores. You understand? And then of course, when he gave us the stories, it gave you some encouragement that, we're waking up, but we're waking up real slow to it. You understand? What Martin Luther King did, this started a downhill spiral for black people. You understand? Like before him, we at least knew who the enemy was. We knew who the enemy was. You understand? We know the enemy wasn't your brother. We were, we for sure, it was clear. But today, in 2026, black people don't even see the inequality how to put it, the imbalance, I mean, it have on our society compared to the oppressors' society. The systematic, destruction that it done did to us. I mean, if Ira was here, I'd tell Ira to read one of those messages from one of the videos he did of a brother to show you that, I mean, we not there. That's why we have work to do. A lot of work to do. All right. Let me see. Oh, hold up. I think we had a question earlier on too. I think YAHANNA had a question. I think Romans 9 and 16. Go to Romans 9 and 16. I think he had a question. YAHANNA, if you're hearing me, anything specific? Or just a breakdown? Marco, get Romans 9 and 16 for me.
Okay. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
Right. No, what is he saying here? Read verse 14.
Okay.
No, start at 13.
Okay. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
All right, one of the most bedrock. And the son, bedrock. He's saying what? For Jacob have I what?
Loved.
And
but Esau have I hated.
But you see Esau, the so-called oppressor, the white man, I hate him. The Lord said that way in Malachi. And it tells in his Zondervan, Compact Bible Dictionary, that he's the only nation when Christ returned that is not going to receive any what?
Mercy.
Any mercy. And he would have earned it. He had us in captivity for over 400 years. And brother, he ain't let his foot off our necks as yet. He ain't do it. The Lord giving him a chance. But brother, he ain't doing it. So since you don't want to show mercy, you think the Lord going to show mercy to you? I don't think so. You would have earned everything coming to your oppressor. You have earned it 10 times over. Right? Read on.
Okay. Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is there what?
Is there unrighteousness with God?
So he's saying, since God loved Jacob and hate Esau, is God unjust for loving Esau and hating Jacob? That's the question being posed. Right? And what would people say? What would I have to say? You'll never bring this to your uncle? Or to your auntie, to your mom and them, and what they tell you when you show them that? Akim? So you just keep the truth to yourselves. What they tell you when they show them the scripture? And ask them, is God unrighteous? What do they start saying? They won't say it's unjust, because if they say they're unjust, then God unjust. What do they say you're doing?
You reading too much into it, sir?
That's one thing they would say. Or they would say what? You interpreting this what? Wrong.
Right.
Because God don't hate. God is love. But we just read he loved Jacob, hates Esau. It's plain. But because if they see it's unjust, then they will have to say what? God is what?
Unjust.
Unjust. They'll have to say it. There's no other thing they'll say if they would have to say. But they will have to do what? Say that this scripture we just read does not mean he loved Jacob, and it does not mean he hate Esau. He could just dislike him for something he did, but I don't mean he hate him. You'll never hear people try to get that BS, that kind of cop out. Come on.
Okay. God forbid. Verse 15.
No,
For he-
Kowali was going to say something, Salaki.
Oh, Salaki.
Oh, Sluggy, I heard that argument. They say, see, he hated him. He hated Esau. That was a long time ago. But Christ came
Yeah.
back, and no Jew brother, no Jew, no Greek brother. He hated him. That don't mean he hate him now. I heard all that before.
Yeah, but what does it mean by is he what? Where's the next part, Margot?
Okay. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteous with God? God
Let's say,
forbid.
is there some type of unrighteousness with God? Let's go back then to when he said it. Back then to when he said it, right? When he first said it. Is there unrighteousness with God for loving Jacob back then and hating Esau? And they will find a way to wiggle out it and then start arguing about something. You're going to pound them. Because most of the time, this has to deal with what? Them what? Loving the white man. Loving their white friends. Just loving white people are. Black people been hated their whole life are. And it's, it's very discouraging to them when now you going into a belief where you are going to be hated, not just by the white man, but by who? But by who?
All the nations.
All the nation and who?
Your own people.
Your own people. Remember, your own people, when the white man get down on his knees to kiss your boots, who runs to stop him?
Your
Our
own
people.
Yeah, your own people. When this white man is trying to say sorry for what we did to your people, you understand? Jake is telling him he doesn't have to say sorry.
It'll be like Sam used to do, Cap.
Yes, not like what he used to do, what he's doing right now.
Come.
You understand? Like we have to recognize, brother, that Jacob, our people are, we have a struggle with them. Right? Read on.
Okay. Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
For he said unto Moses, what? I will have what?
Mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Yeah, you know who learned that the hard way? Who learned that the hard way about the Lord? He will do whatever he feel like doing. Who learned it the hard way? And in the last chapter of his book, he realized his error. Who learned it the hard way? Read that part over one more time.
Verse 15, for he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Mm-hmm. Who learned that the hard way?
So like
they were, come on.
Moses learned it all the way.
No, okay, Moses erred in that he took he took credit for something he should have given to the Lord.
Right. Come on, God.
You understand? But this person is doing what Margot just said. Read up one more time, Margot.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So he's, come on.
Paul?
Not Paul.
Peter?
Oh, okay, when they say Paul, what you mean? Give me the part you talk more with Paul. It could be.
He held the jacket with the stoning of Stephen, and he was the ambassador to the Gentile. Lord have mercy on Paul.
Yeah, okay, yes, but okay. When I tell you who it is, you will see the difference. So remember, the Lord is saying, I will have mercy on whoever will have mercy. And he's comparing it to who? Meaning, we talking about who? Jacob and Esau. We're comparing the both of them.
Right.
The Lord is saying, I love Jacob. I hate Esau. Is there unrighteousness with the Lord? What? La'ah. There's none.
Right.
The Lord is not unjust. And the Lord is saying what? I will what? Margot, I will what?
I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
I have mercy on whom I will have mercy. Meaning you ain't telling me to have mercy on. You can't tell me. I'm the Lord. You understand?
Oh, God.
Job.
Oh, yeah.
Job realized it in what? In the end.
That's right.
He realized, you know what? He's the Lord. And then he said what? I abhor myself. You understand? For thinking I was what?
Righteous.
Yeah, I didn't deserve this to happen to me. All of this to happen to me. If the Lord decide to take your big Torah, it's gone. Shalom. You understand? If he decide to take that dog you done nurtured, you spend thousands of dollars to get him, you know what I mean, to the way he looking, and the Lord decide to take him. That's the Lord. He's the Lord. Wait, Isaiah, I the Lord do what? All these things, Isaiah 45. You understand? I the Lord do all these things. He's the Lord. So he can decide what? Who he's going to love and who he's going to hate. Why? Read on, Margot.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Yeah, he will have compassion. Because black people will come and ask the question, why would he make a people to hate? Good question. He's the Lord, right? Yes, well, can he not do it? Can he not make a villain? He can not make a hero and a villain? And want to see the hero fight his way through and stay the hero? He can't do it. That's the Lord. He could do it. Read on.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth.
There's not of him that what?
Willeth.
Will it what? Will it what?
That would do what he says? Or
when they say do what he says, meaning what? Think black people. What black people will it? Think your uncle and your aunt. What do they will it? Your aunt and your uncle, they're not in the truth, right?
Right.
Why?
Because they don't want to follow the law.
Well, yes, but it's go ahead.
They in church worshiping and praying and singing and doing all this, hocus pocus nonsense.
Why? Why?
Because they've been taught wrong.
They've been taught wrong. I'll take that. But give me, go ahead.
They don't want to obey the law or submit.
Okay. They love the white man.
Right. Okay.
That's as simple as I could put it. You know what I mean? They love the white man.
Right.
You understand? And they can't see the kingdom of heaven without the white man.
That Esau there, yeah.
You understand? So their will is for the Lord to do what?
Of the white man.
To love the white man. Our people wouldn't have no problem if we say them Chinese was evil.
Right.
And they're communists. You understand? Why? Because we see the Chinese eating what? Dog, cat, whatever they put their hands on her. To us, you you gonna eat your dog? No. Them people evil. Now, you got evidence like that? Or black people which you're not, yeah, them evil. But when it comes to the oppressor act, he could kill dog, sheep, pig, whatever. No, we have to love him. We have to forgive him. No, I'm not serving. You ever hear people say, I'm not serving a God that only love one people? You ever hear that from me? Your cousin never tell you that?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not serving a God that hates. I'm not. They'll tell you that. You understand? But they don't know that the church did a lot of unaliving, a lot of molesting, a lot of it. Yeah, and they'll say John 3:16, correct, brother? So it's saying what? There's not of him that what?
That willeth, nor of him that runneth.
Nor of him that what? Runneth. So think you what is a race, meaning what? This brother is what? This brother is what? He's doing everything that's what? That's right. He gonna win the race. He running. Not of him that what? That run it. So you think he can run. Think no, this brother here is his zeal. Or this person has zeal for the Lord. You understand? But read on.
But of God that showeth mercy.
You know why me and you sitting down inside here? And because we the brightest bulb in the room. You understand? It ain't because we the poorest people. It ain't because we, we better than everybody. It has nothing to do. Or not better than anybody. Or just, come from simple way of life. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what? What it has to deal with. Read that last part.
Okay. But of God that showeth mercy.
It has to deal because the Lord had mercy on us. That's why we in these seats. That's why you sitting on here. You should never give up your seat. Not what? Do not give it up. Why? Because the Lord don't show you what? What did the Lord show you? Read it one more time.
But of God that showeth mercy.
The Lord show you mercy to be in these seats. You understand? Remember, what's the counter to this? Now, let me ask you a question. Does Christ want everybody in the truth?
La.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means the Lord might have some people who he what? He want to make he want to make an example of. You understand? He want to make an example of them. You understand? And why am I saying this? Go to Matthew what? Is it Matthew 13? and 12.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 12.
Mhm.
For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
No, not this one. I want the one where he say for hearing, like why he talks to them in parables.
Oh yeah, Matthew 13 and 13.
I think I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Salaki, go ahead. My bad.
Okay. Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not,
Right.
and hearing, they hear not. Neither do
Mhm.
they understand.
So Christ is speaking in parables because he what? Simple.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Because he don't want them to get it.
Yeah, that's it. So Christ will hit them with a parable, and then what? Walk off, and then do what?
See who follows?
Mm-mm. Remember, he speaking to them in parables because he don't want them to what? To understand. Who does he wants? Who he wants to understand? Let's read it. Go ahead, tab 1.
So like I said, I was gonna say the disciples.
Yes. That's when you read it. Lower down is where Christ started to do what? He started explaining it to the disciples what he was doing.
Come.
Because he wants the disciples to what? Get it. He wants them. You know what I mean? That's why there's so much evidence to show Christians that Christ is not all love. So if Christ is not extending all love to his people, you think he gonna extend it to any other nation? No. Like these Christians, they don't understand God. Black people do not understand God.
Right. Sluggy.
We do not. Come on.
Right. Even John Christ was telling them, like, said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Everybody ain't gonna get it.
That's it. Which then you know what? It ain't all love.
Right.
It never was. That's why Christ left India. That what? He was going to put a division between who?
Mother and father. Your family, your foes.
Yes. Because, brother, do you know how much it takes for some brothers and sisters to not celebrate Father's Day or Mother's Day? They will leave the truth just to do that to them. And then say Salaki and come back the next day saying I'm ready. And you're not ready. They're not. But you could be ready. You could get ready. You understand? Like those things are, you know what I mean? They're not easy to do in a. You want to turn your back on your family, you know, that you know for what? Since from birth? Oh, come on. You know it's just to do that? But Christ leave it in there for you to know. You're going to have to do these things if they're trying to stop you from what? Following Christ himself. You have to do it. That's why you say, who's my mother? Who's my father? Who's my brother? Who is my sister? They that do what? The work.
Follow. Doing the work.
Yeah. So meaning what? Christ is telling you now, you are going to have to get a new what? New family. That doesn't, Christ ain't giving you all right to go out and do what? Curse your mother and father out. Don't be dumb. He ain't telling you to go do that. You don't have to do that. You could be professional with it. I know that when you come in here, you have a new what? A new family.
Family.
You start over. Yeah, you start over. So whatever you did in the past, you didn't do it. You understand? Margot didn't do it. Akashka didn't do it. Zion, Bankiel, Kowal, you all didn't do whatever you all did in the past. That wasn't Bankiel or Kowal. It's done. So now you have a new family. You understand? And now you start living like a new what? Like a new man. You understand? Like you get a new identity. You start living like that. You understand? Come on.
Come. Verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of I.S.U.P.K, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
All right. Okay. So that what?
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of I.S.U.P.K, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
You understand? Like you won't perceive. Like, you know what I mean? When you hear or read the comments of some people in the world, you like, yo, what are you listening to? We didn't just watch the same video. I don't think so. And then when you ask them the question, is you clearly get a proper understanding. This person just wants to rebel. There's no other word to put it, no other way to put it. You just want to rebel. Right? So we good on that? I think we're good on that, right?
Okay.
All right. So the Lord, he's the one that's what? Basically, it was the whole Romans 9 and 16 was pertaining to the fact that the Lord chose Jacob. That's what he was trying to get you to understand. Why? Why was trying to get you to understand that? Because let's go back to Romans 9 and 16 so you properly understand.
Okay. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that show mercy.
Right? No. Go back to Romans 9 and 16. You there?
Okay. That's the
Read,
one I just
read one more time.
Okay. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
Right. So Salaki, go ahead.
Salaki, maybe I talk verse 15, sir. Salaki.
No. He was right. I was just at the wrong scripture. But read verse 17. Tawada.
Okay. Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. My name might be declared throughout all the earth.
You understand? Like it sounds like what? What is this? What is this saying? What is he telling Pharaoh?
He's saying that he created Pharaoh to be an example, so that he can show his power.
Who power?
The Most High.
Yes, power. Yes. America is the most powerful nation, only for one thing. For the Lord to do what? Bring it down. And once the Lord bring America down, brother, I think black people the captivity we in right now, ain't no way once Christ return, you're gonna be thinking about going back to America once he finished with America. Read on.
Verse 18. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will and whom he pardoneth.
You understand? Like, and that's why it's so stupid to think, okay, well, if he is the Lord, then the Most High power, then what person, what being could stand against him? Why you think Satan could stand against the Lord? Like he has some other realm. The Lord not sharing nothing. He is the Most High power. Read on.
Verse 19. Thou wilt say unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
For who had resisted his will? I'm looking for this part here. Hold on. Hold on. To really drive home read verse 20. To really drive home what verse 16 is saying. Come on.
Verse 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Read on.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
You understand? Like these are questions put to Christians. So the thing, what's the thing that was formed?
So like your man?
Yes. Say to him that formed it. Right? What is man going to say to God? Read.
Why hast thou made me thus?
Why you made me thus? Why you made me like this? Why are you saying you hate? You understand? Why are you saying, you know what I mean, you only love one people? Why are you saying this? Read on.
Verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay?
Had not the what?
The potter power over the clay?
You understand? Meaning what? A potter is somebody that uses what? Clay, right? To make what? Vessels. Read on.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
Meaning he made that one vessel to put what? Flowers in. You understand? To cook in. And now he can make another for what? To what?
And another unto dishonor.
Meaning something you could defecate in. Or take, you know what I mean? Or take a number one and two in. You understand? Like the potter, he have the power to make two type of vessel. One to honor, one to dishonor. Now read. Now this is going to explain basically, you know what I mean, 16, really. Read.
Verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
You understand? No, Salaki. No, 16. Go back up to 11. That's what I was looking for. Read verse 11.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children being not yet born, for the children being not yet born.
Because why? What is this getting rid of? What is this? What argument is this destroying when it comes to the Christian? Come on.
That God is not. It ain't fair. Like it's got to be a reason that makes
yes.
sense.
Yes,
Come
like
on.
they're telling you, like there has to be a reason,
Come.
right? Now you're giving them the reason, but they're still not. God is forgiving. All right, no sweat. Well, just take care of all of that. The forgiving part, the not fear, and the part that you're gonna bring in and start showing them historically, this man has been evil to Black people, Hispanic and First Nation people, and the Lord hates him for it. You understand what he did to us hundreds of years ago, and what he's doing to us right now? The Lord hates him. You understand? But now you're saying what? He forgiven, no sweat. Well, let's read this. Let's see how forgiving God is. Read.
Khan, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand.
Read that one more time.
That the purpose of God according to the election might stand.
That the purpose of what? Election might what?
That the purpose of God according to the election might stand.
Good. Meaning what?
So, Salakia, does that mean that the purpose of that the Most High had created Israel for that the purpose that He made Israelites for, that we will do what He made us to do?
Yes, I'll take that, but I want more. I want it plain. What's Israel's purpose?
To rule, to rule over the other nations.
The what?
To rule over the other nations.
That's it. The purpose for Israel is to rule. Not to what? Share power. The purpose is for us to rule over these other nations. They are not fit to run the earth. I know who fit to run the earth. You understand? Israelites, with Christ being their king. Under Christ, we fit to rule the earth. You understand? That's why he went there with it. Why? Because a child cannot do what? What a child cannot do. Pertaining to the topic, what a child cannot do. Why is he saying, why he had to go to them being children and their purpose?
Y'all can make themselves.
Not that they can't make themselves. What people like to say about children?
That they're innocent.
When
Right, it's innocent.
they're innocent.
You're doing wrong.
Right, yeah. You understand? Can a child in a woman belly commit sin?
No, wow.
No. What the hell? Try smoking a cigarette or something? Yeah, I mean, what the child doing? Drugs?
You said child, right? It's a baby. It's a baby. Like,
yeah. I mean, baby pulling that blade out another baby inside there. You ought to tell me what's going on up inside there. I mean, I know we're in 2026. And we had them what do they call them sonogram. Tell me what's going on inside there. Yeah, baby can't commit a sin. You understand? That part in Psalms where it says what? I was born in sin. That has nothing to do with a child committing sin. That's why he's trying to tell you it has nothing with them what? Committing what? Sin. It's just what? The Lord chose Jacob. He chose Jacob. It was his choice to choose Jacob. You understand? It was his choice. That's why to rule this earth, the battle was always between who?
Jacob and Esau.
That's it. Like the Persians and them think they stand a chance. You understand? The Turks think they stand a chance. You understand? And every other nation is happy to see the status of black people. Now the Africans even trying to come and capitalize on our downfall. They now try to run to the UN to get reparation for Africa. Not for the black people in the ghetto. They ain't going up in Africa and saying what? These black Negroes in America, you all deserve to give them housing. They deserve their own land, their own states. They're not doing that. They're asking for what? Reparation for their country. Because they're trying to get in on what the Arabs got in on, what the white man got in on, what the Asians got in on, what every nation got in on, which is to pillage the resources of blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. They want to get in on it also too. So the Lord had to come and tell you, I chose who? Jacob. So it had nothing to do with what? Will. It has nothing to do with what? How fast you can run. It has to do with what? Who I have mercy on. And I have mercy on Jacob. That's why, right? That is why a black man could go down on his knees and beg God to forgive him. You understand? And to take care of him. You understand? And to watch over his family. And the Lord could do what? And the Lord could do what?
Forgive him, sir.
Family promo.
Yeah, no, forgive him and protect his family. But a white man goes down on his knees and pray to God until his knees bleed. God is not hearing him. God is not showing him mercy. He's not going to hear him. You understand? He's not going to hear him. You understand? But you have a chance. You have a second chance. You could change and become somebody brand new. The oppressor, there's no changing. There's no what? Reforming him. None. But you could get reformed, black man. You understand? You can leave them streets, Durham, Fayetteville, and come up in this class that these brothers having under Commander General YAHANNA and these generals. You understand? And do what? And change. Everybody could clearly see, we could clearly see what the church been doing has not been what? Has not been working. All the money, all the resources this church have. And what is it doing for black people? Where's the church to go help Carmelo? Where was the church? All the resources they have? You tell me you have all them powerhouse like Benjamin Crump, T.D. Jakes, all of them, and they couldn't help this brother? Boy, in bad shape. You understand? Right? Any more on that? We good there, right? So we good on that. So the Lord, he's the one that chooses. Even when it comes down to his people too. Like your uncle and aunts, they speak English just as fluent as you, just as good as you. They know how to look up definitions. They know what context mean. They know all these things. But yet and still they're not sitting down here. Is what's one reason? The Lord just ain't had mercy on them to open their eyes. As yet. But he could. It could depend on how me and you lay hold of this truth, it could save your family. You understand? We good on that? Oh man, look at the time. Look at the time. Come on, man.
Okay.
All right, let me play this one thing here for you, all right? I still had to get into my topic. I'm gonna save my topic for next week. Iraq, I'm gonna be in here 7 p.m. next week. I'll be in here on time next week. And we'll get in. All right? You brothers and sisters, I mean, in North Carolina, you show up. Come to class, man. You know what I mean? You can't make it physically? Come on to YouTube, Facebook. We online. I only seen one like. You understand? I'm a human being too. I want to see some thumbs up. Come on. Show me some love. Show the U.P.K. some love, man. Let me show you all this. Right? And keep in mind, you know what I mean, what's taking place right now. Brother, it's you know what I mean, slowly but surely it coming there. It coming round. Let's see if I can play this fast for you. Share screen. Oh, no. Oh. Yep. Y'all can see the screen, right? Y'all can see it?
Okay.
These it
Y'all
literally
can hear? Y'all can hear it too?
Okay.
Okay.
the foreign agent is Israel Minister of Foreign Affairs. And
so I keep stepping up. So what are those documents? So you're basically saying in order to understand.
Hold on, wait. Is it?
The counter, which is, well, there's bad things, there's evil inside Gaza that needs to be removed, right?
Yes.
And so that's where this FARA document's interesting, is because you can see the nation state weaponizing the American church to sway their opinion, to say, hey, you know what? No, the genocide is rationalized and we're not going to call it genocide because of X, Y, and Z. So that's what this document just shows. It shows that millions of dollars came from the nation state of
Hold on. Sorry, hold on.
Filing directly with the state sounds easy until
Yeah, it is it here.
Again, even if you're not familiar with the details of that book, you have
y'all can hear, right?
Got one answer.
the nation state of Israel is not the ethnic tribe.
Okay, hold on. Come on, oppressor. When the Israelite school was practical knowledge tell you all this, you all don't want to hear us, right?
Things that push against our bias.
Boy, I've been there.
Yeah, and so have I. And so that's the thing is as we grow and hopefully mature, we look at the surroundings and say, okay, what is truth and what is not truth?
Yes.
And a really simple truth is the nation state of Israel is not the ethnic tribe.
Yeah. The what? They're not the what?
The ethnic tribe.
They're not the ethnic tribe. Now, this is a what? An oppressor telling you this.
That's described in the Torah. And so if that's our baseline, then okay, now we can reshape we can look at what's truth and not truth and see, where people are leveraging that card or weaponizing that card for their own gain.
But you would,
brother, hold on to the truth. Sister, hold on to the truth. You understand? What you have as goal it's coming out slowly but surely. That what? What is coming out slowly but surely?
That so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the Most High's chosen people?
Well, that is coming out slowly but surely. But what is also coming out slowly and surely? That what? The people who claim they are Jews are what?
The devil.
Are not. They're using it to do what? For their personal gain. You understand? They're using it to steal your land. That's what they're using it for. And you know what's the weird thing about it? Black people, and this is what black people fail to realize, that there are going to be some oppressors who are going to try to do what? What would they try to do? They're going to try to do what? Bow down, kiss your boots. Does that mean now I accept them into the tribe? No. You understand? No. Are there some good white people out there? Maybe there's some. I saw one on here today. Let me see. Wait, right here. See? This is a good one. How I know he's a good one? Akia? Come on.
Because he accepts him as the devil. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah, I'll take that. You understand? So there are some out there, but that don't mean I'm going to bring him in and say, come and sit down and have, tea with us. Come and break bread with us. No. But you could donate. You want to help? Continue to empty your bank accounts into the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge. Send us your resources. We give you all resources for what? 400 years? You understand? Just return the favor. But you will never be counted as one of the 12 tribes. And it's coming out bit by bit that they are what? They're not the Jews. You understand? And they only use it to do what? For their gain. I forget the word the oppressor used here. But they use the fact that they consider themselves Israelites just to what? Get the land? And for whatever evil genocide they want to commit. Understand? Somebody else had a quick question. Let me see. Okay, that one I'm gonna get next week, sis. Right? I could tell you what, in short, what did it for me. It was to see the example Commander YAHANNA and the generals, how they dealt with each other. Brotherhood. That's what brought me in here. You understand? I saw how they dealt with each other, and I was like, hold up now. I never saw this took place like how it was before. Never, ever. You could go into, the church, the mosque, and the brotherhood you're seeing here, you will not get it out there. You will not. I guarantee it. That, is what really caught my eye. The first time I came to class, I saw Cesar Borgia on the ground, and I did the stupidest thing ever. Try to jump over. You understand? Skip over it, tiptoe over it to come into class. Say, yo, what is my homeboy bringing me into? And I never left class after that. You understand? Sat down there and watch how they interact with each other. That's why I try to tell brothers and sisters, when you come in here, you better be, as a brother and sister, you better be on your best behavior all the time. You better act like if, Christ is in that room, as if Commander YAHANNA or one of these generals in the room watching you, seeing you, hearing your conversation, seeing how you're dealing with your kids, seeing how you're dealing with your rib. Or as a sister, seeing how you're dealing with a husband who's not in the truth. You understand? Or them kids, seeing how you're dealing with them. You understand? Your conduct, it means a whole lot when people see you. That's why it's so strict when it comes to camp, where we try to tell you to do what? Your whole posture at camp has to be right, to attract the right attention. Yes, integrity. You understand? Has to be right. You understand? It has to be, or else you attract the wrong things. You want to tell a sister you better watch what she's wearing. Why? Because she's going to attract what? The wrong attention. Well, you better watch how you acting around people. You understand? You better watch it. It's gonna come out. You understand? Then we're gonna realize, oh, you was just pretending. You don't want to be that. But that's what got me in here. You know what I mean? Just seeing how the genres operate with each other. And of course, you know what I mean, the breakdowns, you know what I mean? I never heard the Bible being broken down like that. And I was just amazed at Aquat, I should say. All right. All right. With that, you know what I mean, any other questions? We'll get next week. You know what I mean, Lord will, you know what I mean, again, come in here, come on time, and we go, you know what I mean, we get in. All right, Akim, Aquat. All right. And with that, who I pass the class over to? Durham? Who have it? Or Zion? Who you have there as your God?
Salaki, sir, Bunky.
I will pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankiel.
Come on.
Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I'm going to render one case salute. Captain 13,000. Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K. Barak, Yahweh by Shemiah Shabrak.
Yahweh Shemiah Shabrak.
Yadabata, hands down. Sar, turn the face to sisters. I.S.U.P.K. which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one person salute to our sisters. Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K. Barak, Yahweh Shema. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. The priest funds a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Friday, September 11th of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also have the cookout, right? Nashville cookout coming up 4th of July weekend, man. Get with your camp leader, set your affairs in order. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.